the light Ez saw.
Ez, we've got trouble! The guild is coming!
Startled, Ez snapped out of his chair. He looked out the window of the workshop and saw a number of grown-up shadows approaching. He watched a few audacious men help themselves to items arranged around the shop. Everyone at the Outskirts Item Workshop knew how oppressive the Merchants Guild from the capital could be. They also knew how much abuse their modest workshop, built by Daggeroon and the children with passion and care, had suffered at the guild's hands.
Hey, don't touch those!
But Ez's bravery was in vain. One of the men threw an item to the ground. Crash! It landed with a deafening crunch.
Hey, Ez!
One especially vicious-looking guild member called out to the boy, his face a mask of contempt.
Daggeroon still sick?
Stranger danger is what Ez is probably not thinking.
What? You here to deliver a get-well card or something?
Yeah, something like that.
The man grinned for a moment, then whistled. At this signal, a band of royal police rushed into the workshop. Weapons in hand, they quickly encircled Ez and the other children.
Why? What are the police doing with the guild?
Though hesitant at first, Ez now shouted to defend his comrades.
What kind of scam are you running here?
You're the ones running a scam, you brats.
What?
The guild members now milled around the workshop, moving dramatically as if putting on a performance.
We reported you to the royal police. They know you've been plagiarizing patented guild designs and making tons of money off of us. Now we're here to make sure justice is served.
But that's nonsense!
Ez's fists trembled with rage.
You've got it completely backwards. Listen, it's the guild that's been copying our stuff. The guild copies our items and sells defective rip-offs.
Ez took one of the items crafted by the children and held it up.
Look closely. This is one of ours. It's crafted with care.
Ez handed the item to the captain of the police.
I see. Yes, this should be all the proof we need.
Ez nodded confidently at the captain's words, but then the captain looked towards the gathered guild members and winked before he continued.
This sure seems to support the guild's claims.
Hey, wait a minute. What are you saying? Our items are the real thing.
Ez scrambled desperately for another item to show the officers.
Please, take a closer look.
But the royal police continued to ignore the pleas of the children.
Sirs, perhaps this is going a bit too far.
Daggeroon coughed as he stepped slowly into the room.
Pops, no, don't come in here.
Ez ran over to Daggeroon. The old man laid a gentle hand on the boy's shoulder, then stepped forward in front of the guild and the police.
If you must interrogate someone, take me. I am the one who put the children to work. They are only following my instructions.
But a guild member curtly raised a hand to cut off Daggeroon's words.
You just love to cause trouble for the Queendom, eh, Daggeroon? There's nothing but lowlifes here in the outskirts.
You've got that right. Children or not, distributing such defective rubbish throughout the Queendom is a crime that mustn't go unpunished.
A royal police officer shamelessly replied. Ez felt his fists shake with rage once more. Daggeroon taught the children of the outskirts how to craft items as a means of survival. He'd always said that using their own talents for the sake of others would eventually come back around to help them. For many of the outskirts children, Daggeroon's workshop was the only place they belonged.
I knew it! You're all in on it together! They bribed you, didn't they? Only crooked cops would get into it with a guild like this.
Stop it, Ez.
Daggeroon said quietly.
But this is all wrong!
Ez desperately pleaded with Daggeroon.
It will all be okay. Leave everything to me.
But, Pops, you're not well. Please, don't do this. I won't let them take you away from here. Never!
Stay back, Ez. I need you to look after the other children.
Said Daggeroon firmly.
This item workshop is hereby seized by the Queendom of Vibra.
Enraged, Ez pulled an item from a nearby shelf.
You lying, guilty rats!
Ez threw the item hard at one of the officers.
And then he pulled out a gun from his back pocket as a distraction.
You brat! That's obstruction of police operations!
A police officer grabbed Ez by his arm and lifted him up.
Stop it! Let go of Ez!
The other children began to follow Ez in protesting against the adults. They sent a volley of items towards the guild members and police, which burst and sparked in the air over their grown-up heads.
Stop this at once!
Oh, Cheryl.
A dignified voice, unlike the roars of the adults and the cries of the children, echoed through the room. The voice belonged to a young woman, yet it was commanding enough to suppress the commotion in an instant. She walked to the center of the workshop. The young woman had never been seen in the outskirts before. However, there was no mistaking who she was. She stood gallantly and alone, without any guards around her.
Princess Cheryl!
One of the police officers gasped. Though he'd heard her name, Ez had never seen Princess Cheryl in the flesh before.
Can you stand?
Cheryl asked, as she reached down to the boy.
Yeah.
The princess pulled Ez back to his feet with white-gloved hands.
Are you really the princess?
I am.
She replied.
A certain someone suggested I spend more time out among my people. So, here I am. It appears there are indeed many things of which I am unaware.
Cheryl smiled at the children.
I believe what you say. I have always thought that the Queendom should better credit the craftsmanship of the outskirts.
Princess Cheryl.
For reasons he couldn't express, Cheryl's words brought Ez to tears. Princess Cheryl's mere presence had rendered everybody else in the workshop speechless.
I have also heard reports of defective items in the Queendom. However, judging by the quality of the items in this workshop, it is clear to me which side is telling the truth.
The gathered guild members attempted to stammer an explanation, but Cheryl cut them off with an order.
Withdraw at once. Royal Police, you are to leave as well. I will not permit such a farce as this.
A beautiful light shone out of the princess, filling every corner of the workshop as she issued her resolute commands. At least, so it seemed to Ez.
My workshop still stands thanks to Princess Cheryl, but once she was out of the castle, the guild returned with the police.
I see.
Relax. They'll put me in the Colosseum, and I'll come home with loads of cash. Then he laughed and said he'd say hello to the princess for us.
Princess Cheryl is being held captive right now. We're on our way to rescue her.
What was that? Princess Cheryl's in trouble? Why didn't you say so before?
I didn't think it'd be relevant to you.
I'm coming with you.
To save Cheryl?
Why else? I owe her big time.
Think it through, kiddo. She was just doing her duty as princess.
That's not true. It's more than that. Princess Cheryl's on our side. I know she really likes us.
Ha! Someone's got a crush.
Cram it, you filthy old man.
I don't expect bratty is the princess's type, kiddo.
Captain, grow up. Ez, listen. If we're gonna find Cheryl, we need to fix this warp device first.
Is that all? Hand it over. I'll have it done in no time.
No, we need more than just skill to fix this. We need the toy box.
Another toy box.
And to get there, we need to get to my house, which is somewhere in the city.
Yeah, I don't remember where my house is. Thanks, Amnesia.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get going right now. Wait. How do you not remember where your own house is?
Wait, Sin's toxin. Yeah. You thought I was gonna use amnesia? Well, you're wrong.
There's a lot of things I don't remember.
Whoa, you have amnesia? I thought the geezer was useless, but you really take the cake.
Rude.
The filter between your brain and your mouth could use some repairs.
Anyway, Princess Cheryl's waiting. I bet your house is in the town center. Luckily, I dug a tunnel that'll lead us right there to test a new invention. Follow me. We'll get there in no time.
The writing in this game is so good.
Here it is. Go on now, down the hole. Let's get to your house, fix your warp device, and save Princess Cheryl.
Sure, easy. Down we go. By the way, apparently, yeah, chat's saying voice acting was new. Really good addition. Pretty good so far. It's definitely gives the game a lot more life, because I can, like, it's because I'm playing this game with voice acting, but like it would be hard to like picture. Oh no, the game crashed again. Where is this gonna put me? Is there autosave in this game? There's no autosave in this video game? Are you joking me? This whole time I thought there would be autosave? Yeah, okay, put me here. Nice. Okay. There's no autosave, but the checkpoints act as continues. Yeah. Stuff like this, too. Like, I just wish the game was more polished.
That's a new one.
Oh. That will still get annoying no matter how long this game is, or regardless, or like however long. Surely this is like a 30 to 40 hour game at minimum. That will probably still get very annoying if it's frequent. Goodbye. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I can't imagine, it's because I'm playing this game with voice acting. Obviously, if I did it the other way around, it would be different, but like, I never played the original, so like, now I would not be able to picture this game without the voices.
You're toast.
I mean, it makes the dialogue even funnier. The writing in the dialogue is even funnier when there's voices. Goodbye. Since toxin could be harsh, now you gotta travel 1,000 years in the future, though.
What's this?
This is Neo Dimension. I wonder if they will incorporate time travel at some point. Goodbye.
Take this. Easy win.
I still find the crashes annoying even if there are checkpoints. It would be so much worse if there were no checkpoints. But then again, a game made past like 2018, 2019. We'll just say 2020. A game past like 2020 should have autosaves. Especially if it's gonna have issues like this.
So what is this toy box anyway?
A box of toys, if I had to guess.
It's like a hideout that my dad built. He must have stocked away the parts we need to fix this thing. Maybe we'll find Princess Cheryl's necklace too, if we're lucky.
Princess Cheryl's necklace? Whoa, wait a sec. Why would Princess Cheryl's necklace be there?
Oh, now that's a good story. You see, Leo here was...
Captain, come on.
Okay. I suppose it's a little adult for him anyway.
So I'm old enough to save your butt, but not to hear your stupid story?
Ask me again when your mustache comes in, kiddo.
I like the deliveries. I do like the voices so far. The deliveries, like the way Leo, namely, the way he delivered like 2 of those lines was like really good. I like the dialogue. It really is very classic FF, like PS1 era. Like if the PS1 era had voice acting, then if the PS1 FF games have voice acting, then this is basically what you would get, and this is what I would picture. Also, this is the Delling Sewers. And you cannot convince me otherwise. Yeah, checkpoint recovery is pretty common. I still think the crashing is gonna get annoying if it gets frequent. It would just be unbearable, though, if there were no checkpoints. But it is still gonna be... It's probably, like, my biggest issue with this game. Like, funnily enough, I think my biggest issues with this game is polishing stuff. Like, stuff that isn't as polished. The game itself is, like, good so far. $90 hours for completionists? Oh, for, like, the platinum?
What's that?
Absolutely all platinum this game. Probably not on stream because I might need like other... It might not be doable on the first playthrough, but this is definitely a game I'll try to platinum in the future. First strike, go! Characters are good. I don't hate any of them. I don't know if I have a favorite yet, but I do like all of them a good bit. Ez seems really cool. Zinker's pretty funny. I like Cheryl and Kina a good bit. And Leo's also cool. Pretty good cast so far. Nothing like outstanding yet, but we're only like 11 hours in the game.
What's with me?
It's gripping me though. It's hooking me. Bird! You were lightning, I just realized. I could have used Earth Strike on you. Oops. Ez, what's the point of having a Bladerang if you can't even hit all 3 of them? I might need to put you in the center.
1 in a million.
That's not the one I wanted to hit. Bum 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 bum. Ow. I should use Samadera instead. Oh yeah, that like gives MP to characters. We should be using this more because Ez doesn't really use MP. That's not what I meant to do. Stupid run being all the way on the right. I blame the UI of the mobile for that. At least the Delling Sewers had like a little music piece in the background. This place just has the dripping water. Actually, this looks more like the Xenogears sewers. I just said Delling because it's a Square Enix game. Or I guess at the time it was just Square. Hey, I'm here. The Royal Capital Main Street.
I haven't been in this part of the capital in a while. Pretty thrilling.
Stay focused, kiddo. We don't want to alert the guards.
If they catch us, it'll be because they smelled you coming, geezer.
Do I really smell?
I'm not saying anything, but if Kina were here, she might.
Thank God she's not.
That's just the Sancier. It's a refined, manly scent.
This Kina girl sounds like fun. I'd like to meet her too.
Aye, and she's a beauty to boot. Don't make the princess jealous, kiddo.
All I said was I want to meet her.
Then again, Zinker's the one that said that Cheryl might not be interested in Ez.